Welcome, all ye Heroscapers. We're here for another top 5 with Sillyscape. And this top 5 is going to be top 5 heroes of Sillyscapes.
Yep.
Yeah. So I'm going to go right here for now.
So,
What's the 5th one?
I would say Cyphron.
Okay.
Because he is a lot of fun.
Cyphron.
If you can get that chilling touch ability constantly, or if you get good luck with that, it's quite humorous to see everyone raging because you're like instant one-shotting everybody. But I mean, he can heal, he's self-flying, so he's hard to keep down.
He's really fast. In fact, if you didn't know, other than the guy, the Morrow who can teleport, the Overlord, which kind of depends on where he's at, too. Cyphron is the fastest figure in the game. The Giant Bee is the same, but he takes up only one space, so he is the fastest, and he stealth flies.
Oh, yeah.
So usually a map is about this size. He can literally go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He can go all the way across almost every map in 2 turns.
So that's the other thing. So, like, even if you, like, don't use him right away, if someone's in your sight to go after, you probably get him in turn 1 or definitely in turn 2. So,
Yep. And it scares the enemy a bit. If you have a turn on him, even if it's an X,
yep.
People might not rush forward, especially with their Raylan or somebody who is the center of their army.
Okay. Oh, yeah. He's a good unit.
And if you're using him with a lot of guys with like low health, he can heal easily and last practically forever.
Yeah, because he can kill, chill and touch, and then he can also attack. And so it's just like, that's like, he can basically get 2 wounds back in 1 turn.
Yeah.
So,
who's number 4?
Number 4, I'm going to say Atlaga.
Atlaga.
So his one-shot ability is a lot less than Cyphron's, and you only can do it once, and if it fails, you can't use it again. But the fact he can work with any of the Kyrie, allow him to move more, and he does have a ranged attack, and he's got good stats. He's a pretty good hero unit. He's not that bad.
Yeah,
he looks cool.
For one, most Kyrie are a little slow, but they fly, which makes them like normal speed. But with him, they can move 1 extra space, which means normally you're going to be getting height attacks and getting places quicker. So that's one good thing with him. And then, of course, his one shot.
Yeah. Now, I don't think anyone watched this video. You ever notice they got the...
And he flies the range, too, which is nice.
So, you know how like there's always those little art pieces on the containers when people buy Heroscape? If you notice, even looking at him in an art piece, he's supposed to be bare-chested, kind of like the rest of them. Because in the art piece for the box, this guy came in, he's holding his sword out, and he's bare-chested. I think the reason why they painted him green was because he looks so similar to the rest of the guys. They decided to paint him whole chest green, so it made it easier.
Yeah.
That's just my opinion. But
probably.
I always wondered about. I mean, he's got the sword, it helps, but I mean, at a quick glance, you wouldn't see that probably.
Yeah.
So
that's number 4.
Yep. And number 3, probably Spartacus. Now, cool about Spartacus is that he's literally the key figure in the whole, like,
Gladiator
army. The thing is about him, though, is that even you have him helping all of them, doing all that attacks and everything, and you have all of them wiped out. He's still a good unit with defense, health, and attack. So even when all that's done, he can go in there and just wail at the enemy.
Yeah.
And he looks cool.
So
I like Spartacus as a historical figure, too. He's one I learned about when I was actually pretty young, so that's the other reason.
I like him. He's one of my top bonding ones, and I always liked him in the wave he came in. But yeah, so he increases move, attack, and defense in the Gladiator team, so he makes them super deadly. And like he said, he can be bonded with, and his stats alone, he gets 6 attacks, and he survives pretty good.
Yeah. And like I said, when people mostly use him, he's in the back just making the army stronger going forward. And then if they're all gone, he's still a viable option. He's not like one of those heroes that boosts the armor but doesn't do much else. And his army is also strong.
And if you're going by points, he stays back because of his boost, so that he keeps giving the boost. But he usually gets to stay back, and when you do that, if you do run out of time, Spartacus gets he's worth like 200 points. Even in Delta, they moved it up again, so that's a lot of points left over at the end if it does go down because of time.
So yeah. So 2, I would say would be Nilfheim. I would say number 2 and 1 are a little hard, but if I had to, I would say Nilfheim, but not by much, because Nilfheim and number 1 are really close. Nilfheim, he's just cool as dragons. It's a good guy dragon.
Blue eyes, white dragon.
Yeah, and his stance is just great. His stats are wonderful, and the fact that he attacked more than one unit, and he's arguably the best dragon. Arguably,
he's looking like he's the master, and he is the best dragon. Well-rounded, I would say. The only ones that are debatable,
like Memory,
is like Braxis and
Memory. Braxis, that's my name.
Braxis and Charos, just because of acid can be better than the ice sometimes, and then sometimes if it's melee only, Charos is really good. But other than that, the other dragons are good, but Nilfheim takes the cake.
Oh yeah, he's just. Plus, he's so big, and to see him move on the field, it's kind of intimidating. To an extent. So, and
you're like, how the heck am I going to get this guy?
Number 1 is Major Q10.
Who he uses a lot, and everybody else does, so.
He's fun. He can attack multiple times.
He's very detailed.
Yep, and he's got just multiple, ways of just getting at your opponent. So, he's kind of well-rounded, too, in a way.
Most of the time, people protect him, and then near the end, if he has to run around, he'll run around and do his machine pistol. And if they get close enough, that he can get more deadly with his wrist rockets. So, yeah, definitely tough.
Oh yeah, I mean I've played a few games with them, and I think I've won at least 1 or 2 of them. Can't remember. Been so many I've played with Nick now, but it's. I mean, and plus I love how he's gonna get a new version of him now, which I think looks really good. I hope that the stats actually match.
He's big and bulky, and he will only take up 1 space, which means he'll be faster.
Exactly. So I'm hoping the stats and everything work.
And it looks like he's still going to have 3 different ranged attacks, but he'll have a big giant hammer for a melee attack.
So I'm hoping that means he's going to have some form of special melee. So yeah, 3 different type of
If you come up to him, he's probably going to be hitting you even harder then. Or if you got a mighty hero or somebody with a huge defense, you can just use the big melee move instead.
Oh yeah, so yeah, those are my top 5. I'd say by look and stats and playing, they're fun. If I went by lore and everything else, it might be a little different, but playing and just have fun playing the game, I would say they're my favorite.
And as you can see, they're all from a different team. Jandar, Ular, Utgar, Einar, and Vidar.
Ironically.
The main 5.
It wasn't even intentional when I did it. It was pure dumb luck, you could say.
So that's this top 5. We'll see you guys in a minute with his top 5 squads.
Peace out.